Family? I can't hear you, family. You know, on my way up here to the industrial site, I was asking myself, what can I say? And even when I was walking to the mic, I was asking myself the same question. I want to say a special good afternoon to my friend in the blue shirt there. My friend in the blue shirt. My family in the blue shirt. Good afternoon to you. He's my good friend, he knows me. But you know, last night I told the gathering of our family that I told him a story about the postman. In our area, the postman is called Trevor. He named Trevor. Very nice guy. Very efficient guy. He's been working postman services for about 20 years or more. So a friend of mine told me that when she see Trevor coming, she'd hide. And poor me was lost. I couldn't understand what she was saying. So I asked her, what are you saying, my friend? She said she hid from the postman because once ago, when the postman came to visit us, the postman made us happy. But now when the postman comes to visit us, all we get is bills. In the old days, we used to get the registered slips. And we go to the post office and we recover our mail. And inside the mail, we had money order from England and all over the place. Remember that, family? Yes. But things so bad now, all we getting from the postman are bills. Bills and more bills. And the postman coming more often than before, you know. The postman coming 3 and 4 times. When he bring you cable bill, he bring you water bill, and he bring you electricity bill. And even my good friend here, like me, don't want to open the electricity bill. Because 1 month it is 400, the next month it is 6. Even though they say they're reducing the surcharge. But what I want to say, I have never seen things so bad in this country. And guess what? Another friend of mine called me this morning and said, Patches, postman to hide? I ain't got to hide. I look at my dog. I look at my dog in the yard, so the postman can't come to deliver the bills. So things are so bad, you don't even want to take your bills because your bills send up your pressure. But my family, things are bad in this country because of the fiscal recklessness of a man called Douglas. Some people call him Barabbas. But I believe he was than Barabbas. He's twice as bad as Barabbas. Barabbas was a thief. Barabbas was a vagabond. Barabbas was a murderer. And you could still associate Douglas with Barabbas. Because one, he thieved the future of the youth in the country. He has murdered the businesses in this country. Look at the small businesses in particular in East Barsettia. I spoke about them up to last night. You on the industrial site know as well, cross here, Richardson's Enterprises served you for about almost 20 years. But things so bad under Douglas that even that enterprise closed down. Simaco closed down. Go right down in George Street. Last time we had one of the biggest meetings in George Street. And what, 3 businesses or maybe 2.5 businesses were open. When George Street had business in, business out, as we say in colloquial language. Every next shop was a business. But under Douglas, things are so bad that even the businesses are closing down. And we, in a unity government, will find ways to make the cost of living cheaper. We will, as the leader said, reduce the level of VAT. And when we reduce the level of VAT on food, you will get more money in your pocket. And more money in your pocket means more consumption. And more consumption means more jobs. And more jobs mean a stimulation of the economy. That is simple economics. All he's saying that you here will have more money to spend. Just a couple of days ago, I saw someone working on the industrial site. A young lady, or lady rather, she's not too young now, who was working up here for almost 25 years. So I said to her, calling her name, "Hey girl, you must be a big boss up here." She said, "Why you say so?" She said, "Working here for over," I said, "You're working up here for over 25 years?" She said, "Yes. But Patches, would you believe that after 25 years, I'm getting less money?" I said, "How many you getting less money?" She said, "Yes, because all these factories reduce the hours of work." But how are we going to deal with that? This must be difficult for you, the workers at the industrial site. Another one said to me, calling her the amount of money she's working for. She said out of her weekly wages, she's diabetic. She has to pay $89 for her medication. She has to pay for her house. Every week, she pays $160 something for the house. So where is she going to get the money from? And I am saying that all these problems were caused by the Denzel Douglas administration. And if the Denzel Douglas administration caused these problems, it stands to reason. It don't take a rocket scientist to work this out. If he caused the problem, how the hell he could find the solution? He can't solve them. Family, could he solve them? He can't solve the problem. So your only solution to the problem is ensure that you get rid of these political bandits. You have to vote them out. But don't just let us talk, you know. Because many of us have families. Many of us have children as well. They live in the house with you. And they're not registered. And you have to influence your families, influence your children, that they have to go and get registered. Why you want to get registered? You want to get registered because the future is not about Jonelle. It's not about Tim or Sam or Sean or Eugene or me. The future is about you. You. Only you can change times in this country. You have to look at the future of the next generation, your children. So you have to ensure that they vote. And I want you as well to be vigilant. Because this political bandit is trying to thief another election. We have to stop it. I was just on Straight Talk, and we raised the issue of the electoral fraud. Electoral fraud is a type of corruption, and we have to stop it. With all these students registering in East Varsity and all over the country, we have to stop it. Some of these Nigerians, I can't even pronounce the name, Ufkum Bufuf, and all kind of funny names. And we can't allow them to come to this country and give us the government we did not vote for. And for those in East Bassettia, I want to say finally that the results of the elections in East Bassettia depends on you. You will have two choices to make. One, we have a man in office for 18 years who we only see every 4 or 5 years when the election comes. He don't come to the area. He lives in Frigate Bay. So he drives from Frigate Bay, he bank across the bypass road, and he creeping, sneaking into his office. And we said that is not enough for us in East Bassettia. And you have to do one thing. And that one thing you have to do lies in 3 words. And I want you to remember these 3 words each time you see him. And you see Douglas as well. Because a vote for Asim is a vote for Douglas. So remember these 3 words I'm going to leave with you. When you see him, say you. Say it like a minute. You are fired. Good afternoon, y'all.